Welcome to this Pilates and core conditioning class. So 30 minutes class nearly, and we're just gonna work the whole core in this class. So we're gonna start by warming the core up. So in the prone position, you're just gonna bring your chest up off the floor and engage the lower abs. We're just gonna wake up everything, really. You're gonna squeeze and exhale as you're coming out, up, and inhale as you come back down. With me, keep going. A few more of these. Just engaging the whole abs. Poke your abs and above the pubis, just to make sure everything's engaged. Next, you're going into the semi-supine position, and you're just going to go into the ankle touches with me. Again, keeping the full core engaged. So we're not in any rush, we just want to stabilise and keep everything engaged and exaggerating the engagement of the core. Just concentrate and tune in on how that feels. Touching each side, the ankles. Okay, rest. I'm going to do that a couple more times with me for 30 seconds. Let's go again. Focus on how it feels in the core. I have already recorded this audio, but it didn't save for some reason. Okay, 15 seconds recovery. So you're just waiting for the burning to stop. Deep breaths. Let's go again. Nearly there, keep going. Work through that burning sensation in the core. Good. Recover, 15 seconds rest, deep breaths. Preparing for the next exercise. So next we're going to do single leg stretches. So you want to make sure you've got a neutral spine. So the natural curve in the lower back, you want to keep that there. If you do feel any pressure in your lower back, reduce the range of movement. So the option is to crunch in to the knee as you bring it up. You want to really make sure that the lower core is engaged. I'm currently doing the adaptation to this, the regression, keeping your head flat, looking at the ceiling, or you can of course use the upper abs too. Okay, let's get ready for that. So we're doing 30 seconds worth. Let's go. With me. So again, you can see I'm not rushing it. It's all about control, stability, engaging that core. So I'm going to do this 3 times. Okay, a few seconds rest. Go again. Onto set 2. So again, you make sure that the weakest part of the core, usually the lower, you're holding your wee and your poo in, and everything's engaged, all the pelvic floor muscles. So if you are feeling in your neck a little bit as well, it's normal. For your neck to ache, because you do build those muscles as well. It shouldn't be painful. So just rest in here until we move on to the final set. Let's go. Nearly there. Keep going. and keeping the full abs engaged. It's very easy just to use the hip flexors with this exercise. So you should feel the burning sensation in the core. So lots of deep breaths. Let's just recover, get the oxygen into the working muscles. Next we're going to go into the crisscross or the bicycle crunch, like so. So if this is too difficult, you can reduce the range of movement so it's more of a pulse. And you're going to look left and right, crunching up to the knee. Let's go. So this is a burner. See how I'm over exaggerating, looking right over to use the sides of my stomach as well. Again, I'm not doing it as fast as possible. It's all about control, tensioning quads. The better that you can control these movements, the more muscle you'll build and stimulate to grow. Okay, we're just resting. Deep breaths. Getting ready for round 2 out of 3 crisscross. Okay, let's go. Again, if you are struggling, reduce the range of movement from the legs. They don't have to come out as far as mine. You can use like a little pulse. Good. Make sure you're not pulling on the neck as well. Nearly there. Well done, rest. So you can see this is quite burny for me as well. Deep breaths, breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. I'm getting ready now for our final set of the crisscross. Let's go. Feel that burn, keep with it. Good, rest. Okay, we're going to be moving on to another exercise next. Next you're going to be in the sitting up position, legs bent. And you're going to, if this is comfortable, bend back ever so slightly to engage the core. So if you're feeling any back pain, don't attempt this exercise because there is more pressure on the back, lower back here. Hands are going to be placed around your head and you're just going to come back, touch your knee, come back, touch your knee. So this is working the very low core and your hip flexors, you'll feel it as well. So I'm going to do this set 3 times. Okay, let's go. So we're doing this 30 seconds. So the more you can come back, the better. Again, I'm not rushing the exercise. It's important that I'm keeping the tension in the abs. Good, rest. I'm going to go into the C stretch whilst we're resting. So bringing your shoulders away from your ears and then curl in like so. Feel the stretch, breathing out as you're looking up again. Do that again. Excellent. So my hands are threaded through underneath my knees. Okay, let's go again to the sitting back row. Again, it doesn't matter how many you get, it's a quality not quantity with Pilates. Okay, up to the C stretch as we rest. Once again, deep breaths, leaning into the spine. As we get ready for our final sitting back row. So at this point I was feeling it in my hip flexors. Okay, let's go. Final one. Again, keeping the tension in the full core. Squeeze it, even if you feel like you don't need to. Well done. Last C stretch. Inhale, exhale. Okay. Going to be moving over to the dead bug. So all limbs, as I demonstrate here, all limbs will be up in the air. Again, we want to remain with a neutral spine curve at the lower back. If this reduces or if it causes you any pain, reduce the range of movement from the limbs. And you can do more of a pulsing sensation. So you want the rib cage in, belly button into spine. Poke around just like I am right now, making sure everything's engaged before you attempt this movement. Okay, so let's go. So I'm going to do the walk. So make sure you're breathing throughout this exercise as well. Doing this for 30 seconds. Nearly there. So ab exercises never have to be fancy. They do need to be safe though. So just resting now, deep breaths. You're over halfway now through the workout. Not long left. Let's go again. Another 30 seconds of the dead bug. It should be burning by now. That's how you know it's working. Good, rest. Then on to our final set before moving on to our last exercise. Okay, let's get ready again. Let's finish off the dead bugs. Let's go. Almost finished. Okay, we're going to move over to the side planks. Next, we're going to do 2 sets of each side plank dips. So you want to make sure that your full body is in one line, is in alignment. You want to make sure, so I'm going onto my knees. You're welcome to go onto your toes, you know, like lift your full body up as you do this movement. Make sure that if you have shoulder pain during this exercise, your elbow's directly under your shoulder like mine is now. And you want to make sure you're engaging the core and you feel like a nice stretch when you come down as well. I'm going to do it for 30 seconds. So these are called side plank dips. It's important as well that your bum doesn't overtake the movement. So it should only be felt in the sides of the stomach. Constantly going. Well done, let's swap over and do the other side. So again, same setup. Make sure you're getting the full range of movement. All the way up, all the way down, that your bum's not overtaking the movement. You're placing the tension on the sides of the stomach. Good. Over to the other side for its last time. Let's go. Excellent. Okay, last side now. Then we move on to the finisher. Excellent, well done guys. So we're on to the finisher now. So it's going to be the full crunch for 1 minute times 3 sets. Again, we're not going for reps here, we're looking to keep the tension in the full core. We're looking for a shake in the core. We want all the core to be working together as one unit. So yeah, you can come down using, like I am right now, using your legs, your arms for support. You can get up using your elbow as well. That's absolutely fine. The most important part though is that you come down as slowly as possible. Like so. And you come up, glide up with the hands. Touch your toes or nearly enough your toes and slowly down again. Trying to make sure there's no momentum, like you're not using your upper body like I just did then. We're ready to go. 1 minute on this. Let's go. Slowly down. So see how I'm not using my upper body weight to get myself sat up. It's all, the tension's all placed in the core. Excellent, nearly there. Okay, I'm gonna have a few seconds recovery, deep breaths. I'm gonna do that twice more and then we'll stretch off. You've done fantastic. So we're having 30 seconds recovery here. Okay, we're ready again. Just get in position and come down slowly as possible. Coming up, making sure you're not using any momentum. It's all controlled by the core. Last couple of seconds and recover there. Good. On to the final time and then we can stretch off. Grab a drink if you need one. Sort the mat out. We're ready. Last minute. Let's go. So hopefully by now you're shaking in your stomach as you're coming up and down. So you can see as well in the end I ended up just keeping my hands in the same position. I found it easier to control the movement coming up to make sure like I wasn't using any momentum. And as I begin to tire, you can see my legs lifting. This is fine. Almost there. Well done, excellent effort. Okay, so next we're going to do some stretching off. So after a full week of gym sessions, it's really important that we stretch these muscles off. The abs and the lower back can particularly get tight. For me, sides of my stomach, so we're going to stretch all of the above off. Okay, so we're going to thread the needle first, but we're going to hold the thread the needle position for a stretch rather than an exercise. So we do a lot of movements in the transverse plane, sorry, not many movements in the transverse plane so we can get tight. We just do it in the frontal and sagittal, which means we just move backwards and forwards and not this position much. So you're just going to do what I'm doing and just relax the upper back, feel the stretch, try your best to just be conscious of letting go of any tension in the upper back. So hold that position for a few seconds, deep breaths. Take note of how it feels. Excellent. Same on the other side. Hairs in my face. Annoying me. Relax. Does this feel tighter than the other side? Take note. Does it feel more or less comfortable? I've got a hole in my sock, just realised. Okay, full cobra position. So you can go into the bent elbow cobra. And just try and relax your core here. Feel the stretch in the lower core and hip flexors as well. Deep breaths. Then we're going to move on to the final stretch. So I'm going to sit, sorry, there's 2 more stretches, but we're going to sit back onto our knees like so. Reach forward, relax, and you're going to feel the lats stretch, so the muscle that's on your back but underneath your armpit, to push right forward. Over to the right, and over to the left. Relax, breathe, and then back to the center. Last thing we're going to do is a cat-camel before we finish up. So well done, and thanks for tuning in to this session. So cat-camel, feel the stretch, come into the C shape of the spine, abs engaged, breathing in, and then as you're looking up and moving the shoulders away from the body, breathe out. I'm going to do that 3 times in total before we finish. Again, last one. And well done, guys. Thanks for taking part. Bye.